What's up, people? Your boy Pierre back at it. All right, now you know I ain't no gatekeeper, meaning if I know how to do something, I'm going to show you. So if you ever cutting grass and it's uneven, you can tell it's uneven, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you what the problem can be. Your number one problem is you might have a bent blade. You know, when you're mowing and you're too lazy to get up to remove that log, what happens is when you hit the log, or you might hit some wax or some hidden metal or some hidden, like sometimes when I'm cutting tall grasses for the first time, I don't know what's there, and boom, all of a sudden there's like a stump. So what happens is it can bend the blade. Sometimes on your eyes you can really see it, but when you go back mowing, you notice it's not even. Like there's like a bald spot. Kind of like, for example, if I be mowing, one part will be green, the other part will be brown, okay, uneven. That could be one part. Well, your number one problem before you do anything, make sure you got air pressure on your tires, okay? But if the tires are full, the second problem is the blade. Now, if you replace the blade and be like, yeah, I just replaced my blade, same problem. Now your third problem could be your spindle. Now this one good. There was one in the corner. When I like turn it, you could tell it was wobbly. So what happened is maybe the bottom might be bent a little bit. You probably can't tell with your eyes, but the bottom could be bent a little bit where it's uneven. Now, the way you remove the blade, you need a blade stopper. You just gotta find somewhere to put this, screw it in, and then there's a big screw under it. In my case, I think it's 21st, 2024. Okay, to remove the blade. Well, first you gotta remove the belt, which is easy. Okay, and then this have 4 screws. In my case, you need 10 millimeter. Now the bolts that comes with it is actually 12 millimeter. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just using the same bolt. I could use the new bolt, but because I'm lazy to go get the 12 millimeter, I just went ahead and used that. But you can see the new one over there. So look like this one. So with it loose, came loose somehow. That's probably another reason why it was uneven. Meaning, okay, it's not turning because I don't have the belt on. I wouldn't have to use my other hand to keep it from spinning. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Alright, what I want to do. Oh, yeah, the fourth reason, which is bad case, which is the worst case scenario, is you bent the deck, meaning you will need a whole new deck. I'm just making sure it's not heating or nothing. Okay, so the number one reason is you could have a flat tire. Number 2 reason is you bent your blade. And number 3 reason is you bent this part. Okay, and then number 4 worst case scenario is the whole deck. Somehow you bend it. Now there's a way. You probably can use like a hammer or something to try to unbend it or something, but what you might have to do is go to Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and see if you can find a part, like a used one, or even eBay. Now those when it come very worsted, they you start to get off. The good news is they break easy. Like as you shine on squid, it will break off. Do not throw away the old spindle or the whole kit because the little spinning thing on top, they're like $50 each. You know, well, if you want to, they're expensive. Anything to do with more ports are expensive. Even if you want to, it's a lot of work, but you could, save them. And if you have like a very bad yard, you could take out your good ones, put the bad one in to cut it. If it's like a very bad jungle, because whatever happened, you don't care, you know what I'm saying? You're using the old one, and when you're done mowing that area, you can put back on your good, your new ones if you wanted to do it that way. It's not, it's a really fast process to take it off and to put it on. It's not that hard. To screw. And I'm kind of also doing it blindly because I know there's 4 screws, so I know where to touch. Well, that's not one of them. Yeah, that is one of them. Oh, there is one. Why is it so? Is that it? Because of the mud? Yeah. Yeah, you could remove the deck and do it that way, but or you could just lift up the mower and get under it and do it that way. That way you don't have to remove the deck. Two. Now I got one more. Yeah, always making sure. Yeah, you gotta make sure, like when you're shaking the blade, make sure it's tight, because it's possible that you hit something and it become loose, and then when the blade start wobbling, that's why the grass is cutting like funny, like a patchy bald spot. So tight, I can't even put it out with my finger. Okay. So this is the old one. I'm gonna save it. And now I'm putting on the new one. Hawk, go away, I'm not dead. There's a freaking hawk. Because I'm laying on the ground, probably thinking I'm dead, trying to come eat off me. And again, I recommend using the new screws that it comes with, but me, you know me being me, I'm going and get home. 1, 3. Okay. Now, there's like 5 little saw. You just gotta keep spinning it till it's really aligned. You see the teeth? Let's make sure it's gripped and yeah, you can do it. If you can spin it on top, then it's in there. So I'm spinning it with this hand. Okay. Now, yes. Left. Be careful because you don't want to bend the new blade by hitting it too hard, okay? Alright. Should do it. So you just gotta spin this to make it tight. Alright, now all I gotta do next is put the blade back on. I mean the belt. Now they usually have a diagram here to show you how it goes. Okay. And all I have to do is pull it. And as I'm pulling it, I'm gonna spin it in this. Like that. Ta-da! Well, there it is, guys. Good luck.